Check, check. Maple syrup. Check, check. Canada won gold. Maple syrup. Check, check. All right, folks and friends and folks. Viewer discretion is advised. I mean, technically, you need viewers to have a viewer's discretion warning. But, oh, we have three. One's probably me. Fantastic. We're a little tired tonight. We have round 7 of ARL Elite. No assist, no race line. We have a short qualification coming up, and followed by a 50% race. And just like that, I started talking, and we went down to 2 people watching. It hurts. It hurts. That's okay. We don't really give a shit. Where was I? Right. So we have the most popular track of the calendar. Everyone's been super excited to race this track. We are racing in China. We're doing something that the real F1 drivers haven't done since 2019, and that's race in China. We have no idea what the weather's going to be like, because Cody's didn't think that broadcasters needed to see the weather report. So your guess is as good as mine. I'm thinking we're going to get some rain. It's China. It's a dreadful track, and in my opinion anyways. Hard to drive, technical. Corner 1 and 2, which is like one corner, it's just never ending. We have 16 corners. 7 of them are going to be to the right, and 9 of them will be going to the left. As we start qualifying now, riding on board with Roos F1, who is reserving tonight with a very short grid, probably because of how amazing this track is. It's a tough track, and when you turn off everything, including the race lines, it can be a little tougher. In my opinion, again, all the drivers most likely coming out on soft compound tires as well. Let's get some information here. So our current elite standings, I'm going to pull those up because I can't superimpose them onto my screen because I don't know how. We have Mead, or Maybe, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce his name, leading the pack with 138 points. He'll be missing tonight, but even with a race win, Youngling will still be trailing. Position 2 is Youngling, followed by Cowboy. Only 7 points back on Youngling, followed by Race Chase. He's only 8 points down. Then we have Nico John. We have SFSR Santiago, who's had to miss basically the end of December and January due to travel schedules. So he should be back within the next few weeks. But still sitting in 6th. We have K Thanks, not racing tonight, followed by Houdini, followed by Capital Gunner Juventino, who are wishing a speedy recovery to ACL surgery. Sitting in 11th, we have McLaren the reserve, Flavius, we have Wolfman, who looks like he's coming off 3 DNFs in Elite, so he'll be looking to secure some points for himself. We have VTech reserving just the 1 race, Echo Alex, who's his 2nd race missed. Souza, who's missing tonight, a few reserves. J-Cast looks like he's missing tonight. Yeah, essentially it. Just a bunch of reserves afterwards. Ziggs and Danny are in there as well. So yeah, Constructors Championship as it stands after round 6 is Ferrari in the lead, followed by Mercedes, followed by Red Bull, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, Haas, McLaren, Williams, AlphaTauri, and in last place would be the Alpine. Mercedes doing well, looking to gain that Constructors Championship. Race Chase and Nico John. So this track, of course, if Flavius was on here with me, he gave me some wicked history on the track. So turn 1, 2, and 3 really slow. Turn 1 and 2, which is like a really long corner. Well, I guess there's a second corner in there. Tough to pass on. Any incident in those sequence of corners is going to be rough. You got a little overtake opportunity into turn 6, which is the first hairpin, and then a massive back straight where I think we're going to see the majority of passing, followed by a super. It's a hairpin that kind of tightens up on the exit, followed by a quick little left-hander and another DRS zone heading into turn 1, which would be another great place to pass. Currently, I have Youngling sitting in P1 with a 33.6, and Wolfman in P2 with a 35.5 are your first few laps that have come across the line. Cowboy goes second now with a 35.1. Roos looks like he might have gotten out of the way there at some point. Houdini on an outlap. Let's ride on board with the McLaren if he comes around. Heading into turn 1 and 2, GRS wide open. Gets right in tight, lets the car drift a little wide, and then clips the second apex rather well into turn 3. Back down on the power. Little turn 5 into turn 6 here. Is your hairpin. Then we've got a really quick left-hander, a little bit of a lift. In 7th gear, carries it back around. Then another right, followed by a double apex on the left. And a little mini straight, heading into like a pretty easy corner to throw yourself out there, turn 11 and 12. And then 13 is easy to lose traction as well, because you just want to put the power down, but you could end up facing the wrong direction very, very quickly if you put it down too fast and too low of a gear. But you want to try and carry as much speed as possible down the back straight. DRS coming up right now, wide open. Down into 3rd. Runs real wide on the exit there, which is good. A little quick dab on the brake there. Keeps it in line and goes 34.5. Good enough for P3 currently. Gutter Adding sitting at 34.4. Good lap from him. Danny in the 37. Flavius still in the pits. Nico out on a lap here. He's at the 24.5 on his first sector. Not really sure how that lines up with the rest at this point. Ziggs with the 141, setting his first lap on the medium compound tires. Everyone else electing to use softs first. So it'll be good to note if Ziggs decides to do a double medium soft, he's going to have a little bit of wear on one of those sections. Again, this track is pretty rough on tires, pretty rough on fuel as well. Again, no assist, no racing line. Literally the drivers and their wheels or controllers, whatever it is. No computer assistance available. No race line. ARL Elite Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other divisions being Division 1 on Fridays, which is corner lines only, and Division 2 on Mondays, which is corner lines only, and ABS brakes available. No traction control is permitted in the ARL, and you have to be 18 years of age or older. Nico goes P2 with a 34.4. Good lap from him. Flavius, the P11 King, will be coming out on his out lap. We'll do a lap with Flavius here in a second. So as it stands right now, 2 drivers in this race, minimum, will walk away with no points. So the objective of the day is drive to survive. You DNF, you get no points, obviously. And yeah, just hope for two other people to DNF, and you got a point, at least, minimum. That's going to be a tricky turn 1. There's a pretty good run up to turn one, but it's such a long corner with the pack bunched up and a little top in this section here. I mean, if you downshift at the wrong time through one and two, mostly one, you could just unsettle the car and throw yourself for a burger. Um, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see on lap one. Hopefully everyone just kind of files in and lets the grid kind of sort itself out without taking too many risks on the first sequence of corners. Because obviously we bunched up. Flavius going for a spin there on the fast left-hander of sector 2, which would be turn 7. And that's going to mess up his qualifying lap. Race Chase ending the lap. And it looks like he made a mistake somewhere because he's in the 1 minute 50. You know, Race Chase can do a much better job than that. Let's jump on with Capital here. Capital is just starting off his out lap, so we'll be back with him in a moment. Let's see where Youngling is. So Youngling will be our next hot lap. See what Youngling can do is he rounds into sector 3, heading down the back straight. Obviously not using any ERS at this point in time, saving that battery for his entire lap. Two drivers coming into the pits. And Youngling is off. DRS wide open as he comes down to start finish straight into turn 1. Again, tight, car drifts a little wide, pulls it in, gets the apex of 2, then a quick left for turn 3. This little bullshit turn 4 here, which is like a little kink, or that's turn 5, sorry. Into 6, which is your hairpin. There's a couple little kinks in this track that they call turns. Comes very close to invalidating there on the exit, but manages to keep it in. 7. A little lift on the throttle. A double apex here of 9 and 10. Youngling down almost 2/10 on his time. Real easy to lose the car in this little section here. Keeps it tight, trying to carry as much speed as possible that he can carry all the way down the straight. And he's off. DRS wide open. It's almost like a third of the way down you get the DRS advantage. So carrying that speed out of turn 13 is super important. And Youngling crosses 3.5 tenths down for a 33.3. Is Nico going to have an answer to that? He does a 34.4. Gunner's still in the 34s. Gunner is down 4/10. So he's flirting with the 33s right now if he can keep the power down. Looks like he got a little bit of wheel spin there, judging by his RPM. Gunner in the 33s, a 33.9, 5/10 down on his time. Great lap from Gunner. Cowboy goes 33.7. Let's jump on with Race Chase. Race Chase. The plan today, beat Youngling. We'll see if he's able to capitalize on that. So far we have Race Chase, Flavius, and Capital have yet to set a lap. Rusi F1. Roos F1, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, does a 38.3. Danny a 37.0. Wolf is in the 35s. When you get the next 3 in the 34s, 3 drivers in the 33s leading the pack. 4 minutes left in this qualifying session. So this is basically what the drivers are seeing when they're racing on this track. If you've never driven with no lines, it definitely puts it a different challenge in the driving. And that's just on a qualifying lap, let alone when there's 10 or 12 cars sitting in front of you or around you. The brakes are on the 75-meter area there. Give you a little downshift and a quick dab. Keeps it in bounds, uses the curve. And race chase at the 34-1. Gonna put him in P4. So you got Youngling on provisional pole. You got Youngling on provisional pole, Cowboy in P2, Gunner P3, race chase P4, Nico John P5, the two Mercedes. Kind of split in the second, third row. Virginia in P6. Ziggs with pretty good qualifying there in P7. Great job from him. Wolfman, Danny, Rusi, Flavius, and Capital. Capital doing an out lap now, so we'll jump on board with him in a minute. Flavius is on a hot lap. Let's see what Flavius is doing now. Flavius coming around 12-13 on the back straight. ERS wide open. And Flavius with the 36.6 puts in the P9. Right on board with Capital here. Capital 58 in through sector 1. 24.9 sector 1, which is pretty much on par for what we saw from, I can't really remember. 28 laps in this Grand Prix on the 50% distance. And we're looking probably in the 140s-ish, 139s maybe. You got a full fuel load in. Capital looks like you got a little bit of a wiggle, had to correct there. Capital puts in a 135.2, which is good enough for P8. Wolfman drops down to P9. Flavius down to P10. And that is the end of qualifying. We'll see who's able to improve. Cowboys down to 10th. Is going to be enough. 4 in a bit. Hopefully he has a really good sector 3 coming up. Now Cowboys up about 500s on his time currently. He might not be able to improve. Ooh, looks like he got that corner a little wider than he would have wanted on the exit. And he's aborting the lap and going in for a stop. Capital is done. Danny is done. Bruce F1 is up 5 tenths on his lap. He'll be the last driver to cross the line. Oh, and he just invalidates there, goes into the pits. A Roostot doing 12, and that's your good. Youngling T1, Cowboy, Gunner, Houdini, Race Chase, Nico, Wolfman, Zig, Capital, Flavius, Danny Blazin, and Roosty F1. So that looks pretty good. Incident-free quality. I mean, lots of room on track with only 12 drivers racing tonight. Really good for the stats guy, less numbers to input. But not our best turnout yet. Usually a lot better than 12 drivers, usually around 14 or 15. For ARL Elite, this game seems to be killing a lot of interest. A lot of people just tired of the F122 glitches and issues and all that kind of fun stuff. And there you have your qualifying order. Youngling starting on pole. Super happy that Maybay is not racing tonight. We're waiting about 2 minutes here before formation lap while the drivers make any setup changes if they're allowed. Be front wing, tire pressures, brake bias, and on throttle differential. Youngling looks like he's taken off from the grid a little bit there, getting a bit of a head start. Trying to forecast how his race is going to be. So we're looking at a medium-hard strategy, a pit stop between 13 and 17, or soft, medium, with the two-stopper. So 13 to 17 laps on the mediums maximum. Doesn't look like we're getting any rain, which I'm sure some people, aside from Cowboy, are happy with. I know Cowboy likes racing in the rain. I think it should be a dry sport. Racing in the rain sucks. Especially when you don't have the assists like traction control to help you keep the car in a straight line. So easy to just throw yourself out of a race in a split second. One little mistake with traction control turned off is the difference between finishing a race and shutting off your PlayStation in a fit of rage. As we all head down the back straight, all the drivers trying to get some heat into those tires. Of course, Cody's, being as awesome as they are without even putting an update in, have once again screwed up. Well, Cody's EA, it doesn't really matter at this point, but have once again screwed up and somehow brought back the cold tire glitch. So I'm not sure if it's just a certain compound or not, but yeah, you'll warm up your tires, start the race, and not have hot tires at the optimal temperatures, which definitely throws a wrench into, the first sector, maybe two sectors of your first lap, especially if you're starting on the hard compound tires, which take, a little bit more to get switched on. As we get our immersive grid starting here, we have Cowboy, who overshot his grid spot and is disqualified. I'll just be starting back about a meter from the line. And here we go, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and we are lights out and away we go. I just don't say it with the same enthusiasm as Crofty, but then again, I'm not getting paid millions of dollars to be doing this. And we're off. We got Race Chase already down a spot, Nico John down a few spots, Race Chase down another spot, Youngling in the lead with Gunner Addy hot on the tail, followed by Cowboy, followed by Houdini, who's jumped up a few spots there. Youngling taking off on the pack. Capital's up 4 spots. Well, I guess Houdini started in 4th, we wouldn't have known. Race Chase not having the start he wanted. Same with his teammate Nico. Both of them are down 2 positions so far. Houdini is all over the back of Cowboy right now, and Capital is all over the back of Houdini. So a little race here going on already. I mean, obviously it's a little fucking race because we're racing right now. Oh, we've got some contact between Cowboy and Houdini there. Houdini's car looks alright. Capital ends up making up a spot, and Cowboy down 3 from that. I'm not sure of fault. Looks like we've got another incident at the back with Flavius, maybe, and Danny Blazin, potentially. Flavius with a penalty. That's not something you see often. 5 seconds. Not sure how that happened. And the pack is starting to spread out. Well, at least the front of it is. Youngling sets the fastest lap at the 142 and change. That's obviously going to come down as the race continues. Let's see who's starting on what. So we have most of the drivers on the medium compound tires. We got Rusty starting on the soft compound tires. We got Nico, Ziggs, and Cowboy starting on the hard compound tire. Danny in for a pit stop. Roos trying to get the move done. That might not even have been Roos. We got here. So Youngling stretched out a 1.2 second lead. Next lap, DRS will be enabled. It's lap 3 of 28. We'll see some more positional changes there. Houdini losing a spot to Cowboy, who moves up into P4. Wolfman looks like he's moving out of the car's line to take a look. Looks like he gets a rear tire lockup there based on what we saw visually. And they head into turn 16. Youngling with a 38.1 for the fastest lap. He's going to be trying to net himself as many points as possible with Maybe being out for tonight so he can trim that gap a little bit. Danny's falling back with his first pit stop there. He's going to be hoping for a safety car to bring him back in line. Do we have any other close battles? We do have DRS active, but we're not going to see that until the back straight in Sector 3. This fight here right now, Cowboy, Houdini, Wolf, Race, and Nico John all will be part of the big DRS train, with the exception of Cowboy. As we are going to head up, Houdini's got some good pace on Cowboy right now. 4/10 back. Very, very tight in the midfield right now. Houdini getting a little bit of a gap from Wolfman there. DRS is going to be wide open. Does he have the pace? Cowboy hugging the inside. Houdini's going to go the long way around. Goes too wide on the exit. Side by side in the 16. This could be hairy. Houdini lifts off. Houdini, always sportsmanlike, went wide on that corner there, and I'm soon just redressed that because he didn't get it done. I mean, he got it done on track, but didn't maintain it on track. That end, you don't want to go side by side in turn 16. Like, it's just generally not going to be a good idea. He'll try again in the lap here. Wolfman, Race Chase, and Nico all holding position as well. Excuse me. Houdini just putting the pressure on Cowboy, though. Right on his gearbox. And we have yellows in Sector 2. And a retirement from Capital. And it looks like we have a VS. Oh shit, there goes Capital and Wolfman. And do we have a... No, we have a VSC. No, we have full safety car condition. Full safety car condition. So we'll have a few laps here and then 2 laps of no DRS to follow. That 3-second lead that Youngling has is negated. Let's see if anybody comes in for a tire stop. Way too early. Lap 4, lap 7. I mean, Ruth might want to come in and box for his set just because he's on the soft. But that is it. Wolfman and Capital are done. Every driver at this point, if they were to finish the race, would get a Formula One driver's point. Youngling going for hard compound tires. Gunnar Addy is in the pits. Houdini's in the pits. Race Chase is in the pits. Looks like everyone's in, those guys are all going to be boxing for hards. Cowboy was on the hards initially, so he's going to be running long. His tires will be 4 laps older. They're all going to need another stop, though, I think. Ziggs has moved himself up to P3, also starting on the hard compound tires, so that's definitely playing in his advantage. Gunnar Addy's dropped to 4th. from Q2. Houdini's in 5th, Ratio 6th, Nico 7th, Roos is in 8th, who came in and boxed for the medium compound. So look for Danny, Roos, and Nico to probably be the first guys to pull the trigger on the next round of pit stop. This is the SC that Danny Blazin was hoping for. Danny Blazin comes in for the hard compound tires with plenty of time to catch up to the grid, negating that first pit that he had to do probably for a wing change. Radius in P9 gets that 5-second penalty scrub for that, so that's no longer going to affect him on the race. Still very early on lap 5 currently. For the medium, 14, well, between 13 and 17 laps, they were rated. So judging the hards can probably, maybe the new hards will go all the way. Looking at what, 23 laps on the hard compound tires? If you can push the medium to 17, I dare say you can push the hard to 23 laps. I might be asking for too much. I'm not an expert on this kind of shit. So, of our drivers, Cowboy and Ziggs are the only two drivers that have yet to stop. Probably going to get at least one more lap of safety car as Danny is just coming around to the finish line. The other drivers are starting second too, but Danny's going to, provided he doesn't have a delta, it's going to be able to get close to tires. While everyone else is just struggling to maintain the tires. Especially on the hard compound tires, obviously it's harder to keep them warm. That's why they're the hard compound. It lasts a lot longer, but it's tougher to keep the temperature when you're driving slow. Captain Obvious would say the soft compound. Oh, so Danny gets fucked, and he's going to stay behind as the grid. The safety car has been notified that it is coming in this lap. Danny Blazer in Sector 2, the rest of the grid in Sector 3. So he's going to have to get a move on. He might be, I think he's going to be able to make it. I think he's going to get it. Maybe not. He's pretty far way back, but he's able to push, and I'm sure he's pushing now. Come on, Danny, get in there. Safety car is entering the pit lane. Cowboy leading the pack. Danny about halfway down the back straight. Cowboy keeping it nice and slow. Doesn't want to give Youngling a slipstream, but there he goes. And Danny is back. Youngling Cowboy trying desperately to get some heat in those tires. Gunner all over the back of Ziggs right now. Ziggs again hasn't come in for a stop yet on the older compound tire. He's on the 6-7 lap old hard tires now. Do we have a battle here? Youngling is up on Ziggs and is now on the gearbox of Cowboy. Again, there'll be no DRS this lap or the next lap. 2 laps after the safety car. some good wood food. Maple syrup, maple syrup. So Youngling all over the back of Cowboy right now. This is the view Cowboy or Youngling likes to use the cockpit cam offset. You're not an F1 driver unless you use cockpit cam offset. No, in all honesty, so it's both Cowboy. So that I know, Cowboy, Youngling, Wolf, and Flavius for sure are all using cockpit cam. Which again adds another bit of toughness into this driving because now your visuals are blocked, no lines, no assists. That can be tough. Zig's just falling down the order right now. Gets a bad exit out of 2 and 3 and 4. And now Race Chase is all over the back of Ziggs. I'm not sure if he just had a bad moment on the track, didn't get the power down, not sure there, but he's lost a handful of positions there. But he's still in it, running in P6. About 8 drivers' points, I believe. Youngling still chasing down Cowboy. We got Race chasing Ziggs. We got to check this out. Oh, wait. Youngling is getting real close to Cowboy. Trying to pick where we're going to see an overtake happen here. Doesn't look like it's going to happen on this lap. Cowboy defending the inside line. Youngling going to force Youngling to go the long way around. Cowboy maintains the lead. Race Chase, shit, we missed one. Oh no, Ziggs just goes wide. I don't know if there was contact there. Roos is out. Was that Roos that looked like the Williams of Ziggs that went off? It is the Williams of Ziggs coming in for a wing change. See what kind of tires he puts on. Flavius coming in for a stop as well. Zig's still a little shy of the medium compound window. He's putting on mediums Flavius is putting on mediums. Ziggs has gone for mediums as well. As we get the great frame freeze. Houdini up to P4, where he started. Gunner back up to P3. Youngling still chasing down Cowboy, but he better get on it because he's gonna get the DRS because he just crossed the line. But he doesn't have to get on it because I'm an idiot and we got another fucking safety car. We'll be back following this word from our sponsors. So hopefully the safety car will be coming in this lap. And it is. So we'll see who gets a better jump here. Cowboy leading the pace. Lets the safety car get ahead. 9 drivers of 12 left. 3 DNF. Twelve of 28. About to be on lap 13. Should give us lots of racing left. Oh, I'm tired. Cowboy. 14, 15, a little bend, and 16 coming up here. And he's off. Everyone's caught up. Everyone's still in the running. Well, the 9 guys are all still in the running. For a minimum of 2 points, as it stands right now, with 9 driving those 2 driver points. Again, we'll have 2 laps of no DRS driving. We're not get DRS till lap 15. Dini all over the back of Race Chase right now. Youngling all over the back. We've got 3. Oh no, we have the Williams zig spinning out there. I don't know if there was contact. Caught that in the background. Didn't see exactly what happened. But he's still running. He has to come in for a stop. Looks like the wing is all good. Youngling gets the lead from Cowboy. Youngling now in first place. Gunner gets ahead of Race Chase. Oh, someone goes wide there. Looked like that was Gunner in the Ferrari. Going to be compromised into turn 1 now. Houdini up the inside of Race Chase, going too wide. Houdini with the inside line. But now Race Chase is going to have the inside. Houdini going the long way around. Amazing wheel-to-wheel drivers driving from Race Chase and Houdini. Houdini with the inside line again. Looks like he's going to come out on top here. And Houdini gets it done ahead of Race Chase for now. The 2 Mercedes sitting in 5th and 6th. Amazing driving. Youngling picks up 1.2 on Cowboy, so he's well on his way to the next safety car. We've had 2 safety cars so far. Just making sure I wasn't on mute through all that talking. That would have been awesome. And we wouldn't have known, because it would have just been me knowing, but it still would have been awkward. Houdini able to pull away from Race Chase now. He's up 7/10. He's looking up the inside of Gunner Addy. Is going to be the last of the late breakers. Houdini puts down the brake. He's not going to dive for that. Now puts Race Chase out of DRS for the moment. Gunner Addy probably starting to sweat a little bit with Houdini shaking him down, especially after Houdini's like 3 minutes of practice before the race. The Magic Man just getting it done right now. So we don't give him the commentator's curse. So consistent too. You almost never see him spin out. On his own anyway. Eugene will benefit from DRS down the back straight. Gunner going very wide there. 9, 10, 11. Starts at 8. 9, 10. I'll get it right one of these laps. Probably not. We've got yellows in 2. Looks like the Alpine of Danny Blazin. Losing it outside of that double left-hander there. Houdini not even waiting for DRS to get ahead of Gunner out. He says, I'll take that now. Thank you very much. I'm starting to think Houdini doesn't want the Hulkenberg award. Up to P3. Gunner down to P4. Race Chase is going to have DRS on Gunner, but Gunner is also going to benefit as well. Excellent battle for P3 right now. But Houdini's catching up on Cowboy. Again, Houdini on the medium compound tires, so he's probably going to have to come in for a soft though. That could be the difference there. Yeah, Houdini on the medium compound. So he's going to be hoping for another safety car. A late safety car. Although he could probably flick into a new set of medium compound tires. Potentially. Sector 2, we have yellows. Is that Race Chase or is that Nico? It's Race Chase losing it somewhere there. Houdini up the inside of Cowboy, gonna benefit. That's the second corner that Houdini's made the overtake prior to the DRS line. And we have a safety car. With Ziggs DNFing. Wonder if he made contact with a out Race Chase. To see if Race Chase has rear wing. And just like that, we are down to 8 drivers. Everyone coming in for a stop. Youngling on the hards is going to flick to mediums. Houdini on the mediums, going to probably flick for mediums. Softs. I take it back. 13 laps on the softs. 3 of them under safety car. That's a gamble. Gunner on the mediums, Nico on the mediums. Flavius coming in, going medium compound as well. Race Chase coming in for a set of mediums. And Danny going on 3-lap old mediums. Flavius going on 2-lap old mediums. Should be enough to get them to the end. They might be hurting a bit. And you have Youngling in the lead, followed by Houdini on the softs. Now that's going to be the big question. Is the soft going to be able to move? It might be able to. You're like, what, 11 laps? 3 on the safety car. Is he going to be able to do 8? 8 full-speed laps? This might be the call of the century here. By the century, I mean ARL Elite Season 4. Ballsy call there, but, you know, sometimes you gotta make the ballsy call. Houdini's going for the win. Oh, race chase, 3 seconds for track extending. Just when it rains, it pours. I've always thought it's complete fucking bullshit to get a track extending penalty on a safety car or a VSC. I mean, I get it. It's part of the algorithm, and it's probably too tough to separate it. And if they did separate it, they'd probably fuck it up somehow. But, like, you're not gaining an advantage on a safety car or a VSC for that matter. Why are they giving out penalties and warnings on VSCs and SCs? Definitely think they should fix it. And EA, if you're watching right now, get rid of that shit. Nobody's gaining an advantage for track extending on a safety car, virtual safety car. I doubt EA's watching. I don't think anybody's watching. But that's okay, because they just do it for fun. Genie probably being super delicate with those tires. I doubt he's even weaving right now. Just trying to extend the life of those to make it to the end. Will they make it? Maybe. Will they fall off? I'm very excited to see. Eugenie already catching up to Youngling. Pulling away from Cowboys, already a second clear. Gonna have way more grip on those new soft compound tires. But he's got a few laps to go still, 10 laps on him. We'll see if they can make it. I think originally they're saying 6 laps for the softs. If you looked at the race strategy, maybe it was 8, I can't remember. Race Chase has moved up to P7, but with his penalty, we'll still put him back into 8th. Now Youngling pulling away from Houdini. Gunner all over Cowboy. Again, we'll have this lap and the next lap with no DRS. I think I've said that like 8 times. Well, 3. Youngling sets the fastest lap, 36.9. The fuel levels are dropping. Gunner wants that podium. He doesn't want to be a competitor for the Hulkenberg Award. Cowboy wants the points. Sitting in P3, I believe, in the driver's standings currently. I could probably check, but I don't want to miss anything. I mean, who knows? I miss shit anyway. Check the standings again. Yeah, Cowboys in P3 behind Youngling, but only by 7 points. So he's going to want to get a few more points if he can. Gunner now trailing Cowboy, who's got Nico for company. Race Chase back up into 6th behind Nico, but is about 2.5 back. Here comes Gunner on the slipstream. Cowboy moves over to the inside to defend. Back to the outside because Gunner's a bit too far back. Nico all over the back of Gunner. Doesn't want to lose his composure. Youngling at the 35.5. Youngling sending it with Houdini with soft compound is falling back to 2.2 back, but it's pulled out 2.7 on Cowboy. So Houdini's sitting pretty comfortably in P2 right now. Youngling celebrating that Maybay isn't in tonight. Maybay has the most wins in ARL Elite, had to sit out for tonight. And that's no slight to Youngling himself, because I mean the man's winning every other race pretty much every week. Probably the 3 fastest drivers we have would be GSR Edgar, Youngling, and Mayday. But there's a lot of really fast drivers as well that are competing for points. You got Houdini, you got VTech, you got Cowboy, you got Race Case, you got Nico. So many drivers with great skill and pace in the ARL through the various divisions. Gunner is going to get DRS, and he's going to get it. Gunner is moving into P3. Just keeps it inside the line. Gunner down to 11% ERS. Really was spending a lot, but Cowboy was spending a lot defending, so Cowboy going to look to get it back, going the long way around the outside here with DRS, and Cowboy is back into P2. Houdini narrows the gap to 1.7 seconds on Youngling. 5-lap-old soft compound tires, 7 laps to go. Nico all over the back of Gunner too here. Nico has a look through the double apex here. Cowboy just trying to get out of that DRS zone of Gunner. It's not going to happen on this lap. Have a little bit of a train here. Houdini down to 1.2 seconds on Youngling. Three cars going at it there, all super tight. Doesn't look like there's any contact. Danny gets the move done on Flavius through the second last corner. And Flavius is going to have DRS on Danny. Danny with no ERS remaining. Flavius, not much either. As they battle it out for P7, and there goes, looks like Danny's given the spot back. Maybe didn't get that overtake done as clean as he thought he should. So let's Flavius by again. Great sportsmanship going on. So Gunner is just barely hanging on to DRS right now. He's 9/10 back, heading to the line after 12, which will be coming up right here, and it's still in DRS. It's going to save him from Nico getting an easy overtake done. Race Chase going to benefit from that DRS as well. Can Gunner catch out? No, Gunner's a bit too far back right now, I think, to make a move. But look at Nico just flying. Gunner down to 1%. Nico up the inside. Oh no, hits the brake, locks up, hits Cowboy. 213. Cowboy gets a penalty for track extending. That's going to infuriate him. He's not going to be happy about that. Got 3 seconds to make up now. Unless he was forced off by a collision there to pick up that warning. But it looked like from this angle it was on turn 16. But it could have been avoiding a spot. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if a dispute gets filed over that. Cowboy still ahead of Nico, but carrying that 3 seconds. 5 laps remaining. Gini keeping it close to Youngling. 1.5 seconds. Pretty goddamn good. Whoa, I don't know if that's a lockup or just Cody's crap down. Here comes Gunner. Still too far back. Nico on Cowboy again. Oh, big lockup. Gunner has to go wide. Race Chase takes advantage of that. Looks like a couple of drivers having to hit the brakes harder than they anticipated to avoid. Nice little frame freeze there. And we stay status quo. 4 laps to go. I made a rhyme. Race Chase gets Gunner into turn 1 and 2, into 3. Race Chase stays ahead. Still carrying that 3 seconds. Gunner's probably not going to fight it too hard. Just try to stay within 3 seconds of Race Chase. All pretty evenly matched as far as tire wear is concerned. Gini looks like he's fallen off quite a bit. He's back 3 seconds on Youngling now, but still, you know, got 6 seconds on Cowboy, so he's probably just coasting to a P2 at this point. I wouldn't be pushing it too hard either. This battle for P3 is pretty awesome here between Cowboy, Nico, Race Chase, and Gunner Addy. They've been kind of at each other all race. Cowboy keeping a healthy gap there. He's got DRS threat from Nico, but he's just far enough that Nico's not able to get the move done as of right now. Mercedes doing well in the constructors, so we're looking to capitalize at points. It looks like they will based on the drivers left, really just one from each team with the exception of Mercedes. So D was 6 seconds up on Cowboy. He's now 4.4, 3 laps remaining. Youngling tasting victory and wine. Gunner seems to be falling off. I wonder if he picked up any damage. Doesn't look like it. Nico out of DRS, it looks like. Race chase, or he's not activating it and he's giving his teammate. Looks like he moved over for his teammate again. I'm telling you, man, these Mercedes guys doing great. Like the teamwork. A couple times I've seen them swap positions. Probably trying to give Race Chase a little bit of a gap because of that 3-second penalty, some clean air to try to get out of the range to maximize those points. Fair play. Nothing wrong with helping out your teammate. Oh no! Race Chase! Just as I said that, Race Chase goes for a burger and all that hard work gets undone. I'm not sure what happened there. I wasn't riding on board. It looked like it was self-inflicted. I mean, I can't imagine that Nico would let his teammate by and then try to push for the position back. I think that was just like a fucking whoops. Which, again, is so easy to do on this game with these settings. Like, no traction control. I don't know if that's for everybody. For me, it's super frustrating. One little slip and you're fucked. And we're pretty spread out now. No one getting the benefit of DRS. As we head into the final lap. Youngling with a healthy lead. Cowboy catching up to Houdini. He's dropped that delta about 4 seconds over the last 3, but I don't think it's going to be enough unless Houdini's tires are just completely shit. He's going to be able to hang on to this, but Cowboy is catching up at an alarming pace. He was 2 and a bit. Now he's under 2 seconds. He might be able to make a push on the back straight if he can carry this pace forward. 1.8. He gained about a full second in one sector. He's 1.6 back. He needs another 0.6 to get into DRS zone. Another 0.3 to get in DRS zone. Houdini's struggling with those tires, it must be. 1.2, is he going to have the pace to make it? .3, he is not going to get the benefit of DRS down the back, just outside, 1.1 seconds. Houdini's just got to keep it tidy. Cowboy also suffering with DRS. Houdini's got nothing. But I think Cowboy's a little too far back to try and make a move for it here. And Youngling gets the win. Houdini, P2. Cowboy carrying those 3 seconds is in P3 for now. Nico jumps up to P3. Gunner jumps up to P4. Cowboy down to P5 with that 3 second penalty. So Cowboy drops 2 positions for 3 seconds. Race Chase crosses the line. Danny Blazin next, and Flavius rounding out the rest of our grid. Great driving, everyone. Tough track, tough settings. Your driver of the day is Houdini, the Magic Man, P2. Great drive from him. Ballsy call at the end, but it worked out. Can't be disappointed with that performance. And our final grid. Youngling, P1. Houdini, P2. Nico, P3. Gunner Addy, P4. Cowboy, P5. Race Chase, P6. Danny Blazin in 7th. Flavius in 8th. And DNFs for the race are Ziggs, Rusi F1, Wolfman, and Capital 58. And that is it from us. We'll be going offline now. Take care, and we'll see you next time.